They called it Project Seraph, a miracle treatment for chronic nerve pain, no side effects, 98% success, until subject number 045 died. No press release, no funeral, no autopsy. Then the rest of the trial group began to disappear.
His name was Ethan Carr, 28, junior data analyst, hired by Ravelon to help process trial results for FDA review. He wasn't a doctor, or a lawyer, or an activist. He was just good at patterns, and what he saw didn't add up. Ethan noticed 3 participants with overlapping trial codes, same dosage, same shift nurse, same date of death, logged under different names. When he searched for their physical charts, the files were gone. He messaged internal compliance, no response. Then he emailed Dr. Laura Meacham, the trial's safety officer. She'd gone missing, and the internal backup server with her audit logs wiped clean the same day. Ethan didn't sleep that night. He went home and printed everything, every screenshot, every flagged dose, every patient ID with no outcome code. 7 participants showed identical dosage response curves until the 9th day, then flatline. No explanation, no mortality record, just dropped. He sent one email to himself. Subject line, "If I disappear, they're hiding deaths." Then he encrypted the files into a cold USB and placed it behind his apartment's heating vent. The next morning, Ethan was reassigned. No explanation, no access badge. 2 weeks later, a new analyst replaced him, and all his digital files were gone.
3 weeks after his reassignment, Ethan Carr mailed a brown envelope. No return address, no letter, just a USB, and one name written on a post-it. Mara Lin had exposed false COVID trials, dirty pharmaceutical boards. She thought she'd seen it all, until she plugged it in. Redacted names, altered death dates, missing autopsy scans. Her eyes moved fast, her hands shook. The deeper she dug, the darker it got. Dose 9 was consistent. Patient vitals vanished within 4 hours. Someone had manipulated digital records perfectly. But Ethan kept print backups, handwritten logs, the kind that can't be deleted. Mara contacted 3 former participants. 2 were unreachable, 1 answered, briefly. "You need to stop calling this number." The next morning, that number was disconnected. She filed an inquiry with the FDA. She never received a reply. But 3 days later, she got something else. No name, no logo. Just a printed message. "We see you. Don't become subject number 049. Mara copied the files, hid backups, sent encrypted drops to 3 journalists in 3 cities. She wasn't paranoid. She was next. The first backup vanished on a Tuesday. Mara had uploaded Ethan's archive to a secure server, password protected, no public access. 3 hours later, the other 2 links were also dead. She wasn't the only one being silenced. Niles Frey, an FDA researcher reviewing Project Seraph, confirmed what Mara suspected: 17 deaths, all missing from Ravelon's final report. But 2 days later, Niles stopped returning calls. "They know I talked to you." He was placed on unpaid administrative leave for violating data protocols. His laptop was seized. Ravelon released a statement: "No wrongdoing found. All participants completed with consent. Claims of missing data are categorically false." But a week later, an anonymous drop hit Mara's mailbox. Inside, internal emails, dated months before the first death. "If 045 goes down, kill Arm B quietly. Suppress vitals. Flatten trial curve. Laura won't report.
she's taken care of. Laura Meacham, the safety officer, declared legally dead. Car crash, no witness, no obituary. Mara went public. One interview, one headline. Journalist links trial to missing participants. FDA silent. The next day, her apartment was broken into. Nothing stolen, except her laptop. That night, she packed a bag and disappeared.
Mara Lin was never found, but her files didn't vanish with her. Inside it, time-stamped vitals, unreleased dosages, and raw video of subject number 445's final hours, leaked by someone deep inside Ravelon. None of it was meant to be public. In July, Clinton Webb, a clinical pharmacist at Ravelon, came forward publicly. He admitted he flagged the overdose risk months before Henry Dalton's death and was silenced. Subject, dose 9, cumulative risk / no adjustments. Response, not your concern. 3 days later, the FDA issued an emergency order suspending Ravelon's trials nationwide. Federal agents raided 2 facilities. Families who never got closure now had names, timestamps, and evidence. 17 wrongful death suits were filed, one by the wife of subject number 445, another by Teresa's sister, who never believed she moved away. Ravelon's CEO resigned. Their board released a 9-line apology. Investors fled, trials halted, but not a single executive was criminally charged. Project Seraph never officially existed, but its victims, they were real. And thanks to a vanished data analyst and a missing journalist, they were no longer silent.
17 names, 17 charts, 17 people who thought they were signing up for help. None of them made it past the 9th dose. None of their families were notified until long after they were gone. No trial, no arrests, just headlines that faded and settlements with silence clauses. Ethan Carr never returned to Ravelon. His whereabouts remain unknown. But his USB, tucked inside a vent, changed everything. And Mara Lin? No confirmed sighting, no body, but her story keeps resurfacing in courtrooms, in classrooms, in whispers. Her last file upload was titled only this, Echoes. The FDA now requires multi-stage reporting on all internal adverse events. Project Seraph's chemical base was quietly shelved, though leaked documents show it's being rebranded for overseas testing. Whistleblower protections were proposed, then tabled. In the system's eyes, the file is closed, but in memory, it still flickers. What happened in Trial Wing 6 wasn't a mystery, it was a decision. One made quietly, by people in suits, behind locked doors. And as long as silence pays better than truth, it can happen again.